A few weeks ago, I made a video about starting all over at 29. That's starting from scratch at 29. And one of the things I mentioned in the video is how I have a $100,000 income goal this year. And I explained about, I gave a roadmap of how I want to actually achieve it. Today's video is about how you can actually make $100,000 in a year if you have very, very good skill. Now, I want to point out that currently I do not earn $100,000, and I would also say that this is not necessarily about how you can also hit $100,000 in 12 months, but this is about everything you need to do to actually start. I started this 3 weeks ago. This is the month of March 2025, and in the past 3 weeks, I've been able to do a couple of things which I would be sharing the template on. And for anyone to hit 100k goal, that means you must be earning something close to like $9,000 per month. I personally believe this is achievable if you have a very, very high value skill, and at the same time, if you understand how to build a business out of your skill. And so if you're watching this, I want you to sit back, relax. You're going to learn from it. It's going to be the beginning of the journey of yourself, maybe making $100,000, $50,000, depending on your current earning threshold, your current earning level at this particular point. So like I mentioned, this is not about 100k itself. This is about how you can actually increase your income to maybe times 2, times 3, times 4, times 5, depending on the thing that you need to put in place. So let's start. I made mention last week so that I believe anyone can make 100k in 12 months, and that's why I'm actually kickstarting this. And there are a few criterion that I listed out here that you need if you want to actually, let me not use 100k this time around. Let me say if you want to double, triple, quadruple your income, the first thing you need to do is need to have a very high income skill, that you have at least 2 years of experience in it. So if you're watching this, you do not have a high income skill, then this video is not going to be applicable to you. High income skill means that whatever it is you have experience in on the global markets, it is still valuable. Let's say you're a writer, you should be able to write globally, like on a professional level. You don't need to have a job on a professional level yet, but based on your writing experience, you can write for global companies, because wherever you are, any 100k means you need to also be earning in dollars. So if you're earning in naira and you want to hit 100k in 12 months, it's almost impossible. So your skill needs to be very, very high level value skill, and that's why I said you must have at least 2 years of experience. So if not, just focus on building your skill. Maybe you can bookmark this video and come and watch it later. 2, you need to have a job, or you need to offer a service. Now, let me first quickly talk about how to get a job. Let's say you have 2 years of experience, please, remember, I'm not addressing those who do not have like experience, but let's say you have very good years of experience and you are considering getting a job. Now, I know the job market is really, really tough out there, but one thing I've always shared, which I think you can also find this in one of the videos I've made in the past, is leveraging communities to get job. There are 2 ways that I have been using practically to help people get jobs. I mean, for friends, one, I tell them to join communities. Communities are like the best ways to get job. Job platforms these days are too saturated. LinkedIn is good, but I feel LinkedIn is also super saturated. So look for communities in your niche, in your industry. There are so many Slack communities for writers and marketers that I belong to, and all the jobs that I've gotten in the past few years, jobs, gigs, everything came from these communities that I belong to on Slack. So look for communities. 2, you can actually probably do outbound. Now, I might not be able to go into details on how to do outbound, but there's a tool that I currently use for outbound. It's called Clay. Not many of you would have experience with it, but if you want to go down that rabbit hole, you can actually use Clay. But the bottom line here is, if you're thinking about getting a job and you're thinking about global jobs, because obviously you need to earn in dollars to be able to hit times 3, times 4, whatever you're earning. Let's say you're earning in naira and you want to times 3 whatever you're earning. Chances that you'll be able to triple your income in 1 year still earning in naira is almost impossible. So you need to consider getting a good job. And now, I'm not saying that this is going to happen within 2 weeks, 3 weeks, but first figure out how to join communities. Now I'm going to make videos, like consecutive videos on how to join communities, all of those things. But just know that you first need a job. Two, you need to build a service business. Let's say you don't want to go the job route. You figured out that job is not so it's not so easy getting a job. Then think about commoditizing your skill, and that's one of the things that I do. I have shared this a lot of times. Commoditizing your skill means that you know that you're good at writing. They've not hired you. No company has hired you yet. Now you want to turn your skill into a service via freelancing or probably building an agency. So you're trying to say, now you're trying to look for people that need writers. That's commoditizing your service. Job is, I want them to hire me as a writer because I want to work in a company and contribute. But let's say you've been applying 4 months, 5 months, because the job market is really, really brutal at the moment. So if people are not getting jobs, it's not really their fault. It's just that the job market is so crazy. I mean, it could be your fault too. Maybe you're not so experienced. But beyond that, I think that if your jobs are not working for you, then you should consider commoditizing your service. I have a template on Notion I created on how to commoditize your service. It's called, to commoditize your service, you need to first define the service you want to offer, the people that you want to offer your service to, how you want to reach out to them, where you want to reach out to them, the message you're going to send to them. So it's more like you're offering like a freelancing, or you're offering an agency service to these people. I created a template on Notion. You can check it in the description of this video. If you're watching this from YouTube, it's on the description. Not to waste more time, I made a breakdown of how you can define the service, because in service, I call it service positioning. Service positioning just means, how do you position this skill that you have to meet with the demands in the market? It is one thing to say you are very good at writing, which you are, and then people are looking for writers. I'll use writing as an example most time. People are looking for writers. Now, there is a reason why they are looking for writers, and if you do not align your experience as a writer or whatever it is you're offering, you do not position it to match it to whatever they are hiring for, you will just experience a lot of rejection. They will keep telling you that, please, we're not hiring, and then at some point you feel like you're not good with whatever you have. It's just that you do not know how to position yourself, and I've seen so many people make these mistakes over time. So not to waste much time, just when you watch this video, go through the link. It's going to lead you to a template. I have a series of templates on how to define your service, how to think about the people that want to hire you, like how to think about them, and how to actually locate them. So you can watch that video. That's two. The next thing you need to think of, to talk about or think of if you want to like 4 times your income, is you need to first make your first 1K. Now, in reference to this, like let me make this in reference to 100K. Let's say your goal is 100K, right? And 100K is like you're earning 9K per month. For you to earn 9K per month means that you need to first earn your first 1K. Let's say you're not earning in dollars, or let's say you're earning, yeah, fine. If you're not earning in dollars, if you're earning in dollars, then I probably you're not earning up to 1K, but just make 1K your first goal. How can you earn 1K? Like I mentioned earlier, one, you probably need to get to more than one client if they're not paying you high. I don't want to talk about you increasing your service charge now, because the honest truth is, if you're just getting into the global market and you're thinking of actually charging for your worth, the best way to go about it is not to start charging ridiculous amount. Fine, ignore all those Twitter posts, all those tweets where people are like, this person is not charging for you. In the market, you need to first start from like if you're trying to penetrate the global market, don't let anybody tell you that you're not charging for your, start by getting someone to hire you first, right? With that experience, in 2 months you can even triple whatever you are charging, but you first need someone to hire you that is not in the local market, that is in the international market, so that once you do it, you deliver results. Because remember, you have 2 years of experience, you're very good at it. It's easier for you to say, oh yeah, I'm good at this, I achieved this result for this particular person, then pay me 2 times. So charge, I mean, for people, if you want to earn 1K, I'm always thinking maybe you're working for 2 clients, $500. So you need to figure out how to get your first clients, your first 1K client. I'll make a video on that. Your first 1K clients, you can get them via communities too as well. I've gotten a lot of jobs for people over the past few years, and it is communities. 2 is by leveraging job boards, which I don't really believe in anymore. I know people still get jobs on it, but I really don't do job boards because they are so difficult. Then 3 is cold emailing. I'm going to talk about that in another video. Cold emailing is just like the best way to get jobs apart from communities. It works. It has like a 60% conversion rate when it comes to applying for jobs. It means if you apply to 6 jobs, you should be able to get 1. So think about earning your first 1K, and I already explained it. 2 is scaling your service and building a business out of it. Now, I believe that it's impossible to hit 100K. There are two ways to hit 100K. One is if your skill is super high that the job can afford to pay you that amount as a salary. Or if it's not possible, then you now need to think about your skill, not your job, your skill as a business and scaling it. For instance, if I am a designer, product designer, and I'm earning 2K per month working with a company, and I want to increase it to 5K. Two things. One, I can decide to keep designing for the next 2 years, get better at it, and then get someone to pay me 5K. Two, I can decide to build a small side hustle from designing, where I begin to create content on product design, like on designing, share it with newbies, build a community out of it, and then start selling info products, like commoditizing my knowledge. Or that's one. Two is also I can decide to by weekends take part-time gigs by joining communities to get those gigs and start offering my services to them. See, this is more like, this is not your job, but your skill now, you are commoditizing it. And I think that many people do not commoditize their skill because they don't think about it. Everybody wants to actually increase their income, and the only way most of us have been thinking is we want to get better at our jobs and then grow in it, which makes sense. If that's what you want to do, then if it works for you, fine. However, if you want to shorten it, then you might think about looking at your job and then finding a way to build a business out of it by probably building a brand, offering services, offering getting gigs and doing that part-time. That's scaling your service, digitizing your knowledge. You can build an email list. Very soon I will begin to build my own email list. For now, I'm just trying to like push out content consistently. I built email lists from scratch a couple of times, but I've not been so consistent with it. I built email lists from scratch, scaled it to thousands, then abandoned it like a number of times. But this time around, I want to build an email list because I have a goal to also sell information. All these things I'm giving out are very, very valuable. However, there will become a time where I will start selling them, selling information, giving exclusive access and everything. This is beyond my job. I work in tech sales. However, because I want to scale whatever it is I'm offering and I want to hit 100K, I'm already thinking of different other things I'm doing. Today is a Sunday, it's a weekend, and aside the fact that I have to prepare for my job tomorrow, my full-time job, I'm also considering this side hustle, which is me creating content, trying to build audience, trying to get people to follow me. So it's something you can begin to do. Create a product. Now, creating a product means you have an audience. You cannot just create a product and then expect people to come around to buy. You need to build an audience, and I feel like, at some point I'm going to share a template on how to start creating content when I have hacked this content creation thing. For now, I'm just still testing the waters, and I think that I will pretty much get the hang soon. Then tying up the framework together, build a brand too. Then tying up the framework together, few things that I mentioned which I think that you would really find valuable is the fact that, one, if you have a job already but you want to build a side hustle from your skill, then you should consider commoditizing your knowledge. Now, not commoditizing your job, your skill. If you're a writer, you're writing for a company, you can commoditize your skill. You can teach new writers, you can offer consultation, you can teach new writers, you can build products, you can build an email list. So this is more about it. And to start that, I already have the template. Just go to the link. The only link you will see in this particular video is how to service positioning. And in service positioning, I showed how to position your service, how to think about the service you're offering and how it aligns with what is needed in the market, how to look for the people that need that service you're offering, and how to get them, how to send messages or offers to them. So it's going to help you do this. This can be like a pet project. This can be your full-time stuff. Now, I'm not saying this is going to, like, you're going to figure this out immediately, but I believe that you're going to figure it out with time. So the ending of this video is, I'm still trying to get a hang around video content creation. I'm trying to ensure that my weekend is really balanced, trying to create content. And as much as possible, please share this with your friend if you are thinking about increasing your income, doubling your income. These videos are really going to be helpful for you. And with time, like I mentioned earlier in the last videos, I'll be sharing more templates over time that I'm currently using, that are working for me, and that can also work for you. So to the next video in about a week time, See you. Follow me on social media. Turn on post notification for this. Subscribe to this channel. Follow me on social media, and you will get consistent content from there. Bye.